brand silly new, like let's say Ninja Turtles, and you're like, wait, what the fuck is a Ninja Turtle?
Like assuming Ninja Turtles hadn't already
it had not existed, and you're like, wait, you want me to create something Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Superman
that I have no idea about?
Yeah, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'll definitely take Superman. Everybody loves and knows Superman. What the fuck are these Ninja Turtles? Nobody gives a that is the most ridiculous thing. Well, that worked back in the 90s and the 80s. That doesn't work anymore now.
Well, I think
I'd rather make a superhero movie.
But what did the 90s have to live up to? They had to live up to the 80s, the 70s, and 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Technology back then and those previous decades wasn't even comparable to what it was in the 90s. Now we're all the way in 2016. Now it's like 2017. Excuse me. Yeah. Sorry.
Why can't you guys get the year right?
Yeah, I'm going to start fact-checking you on the year.
Yeah. Buddy, fact-check these bitches on the year.
Squonky.
All right, 2017. No, but I feel like it's harder to come up with a new idea, like you said, because all these ideas have come about, and you're like, well, exactly what Wyatt said. It's like, okay, come up with this brand new idea of a movie, and we're gonna give you this snippet of what you should make for a movie, or you can do like Batman or Superman, or just like a Three Ninjas Kick Back movie or something like that.
Oh, why haven't they done that yet? Well, yeah, like think of another movie. What if Sharknado came out in the 80s or 90s? Right?
Jaws, but that's like when Jaws came out, so they would have to compete with Jaws.
You know, all those crazy movies that come out on sci-fi that were like, those are silly and dumb. Well, they're coming out now, and are we being maybe overly harsh on those, or are we over that? You know, what if those came out way before that? Would have been a blow up of like, oh my god, do you remember when you were a kid?
I just think it's so unbelievable.
Sharknado?
Like, it's just so unbelievable.
And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is not.
I know that sounds ridiculous as hell. But a Sharknado, a tornado of sharks flying around.
Somehow it does seem more ridiculous.
More ridiculous than Teenage Mutant
Ninja Turtles. Or Sharknado is awesome. I have a Sharknado party every year, and we drink land shark and eat Swedish fish.
That's beautiful. All right, we're going to move on to scenarios. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the scenarios section of the show. I know you've all been waiting. The score currently, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, it is 2-2.
Apparently.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tied.
It is 2-2. I guess it is 2-2.
So we are...
The guy out with the flu.
Deadlock.
The guy out with the flu can't even keep his title going.
I let you down. I'm so sorry.
Jeez.
Yeah.
He tried, though. I mean, honestly, you should check out the episode sometime. All right, today's scenario is brought to you by Nobody Yet. If you want to be a sponsor of the show, feel free.
Reach out to us on email.
Reach out to us at email at geeks@hotyb.co. That's geeks@hotyb.co. Today's scenario, guys, we talked a little bit about the Power Rangers today. Ooh, teaser. It's going to involve the Power Rangers. This is going to be a superhero beatdown special. It is the Power Rangers versus the Avengers. I need to know who is going to win. I'm going to give one of you one team and the other person the other team, and it's going to be debate style. You have to tell me why your team would win. And Wyatt gets the Power Rangers, and Blev gets the Avengers.
Shit.
So, the Avengers are the movie lineup of Avengers.
So, hold on, though. Time out for a second. Okay, are we still doing open lines of questioning?
Question round begins now.
Okay.
With the help of Buddy this time. Buddy can help answer questions.
Unlike real debates, we have a fact checker right here.
Yeah,
Let's do it. There we go.
All
right, so I have a question. So what are the superpowers of the Power Rangers? Are they immortal to a certain extent, or can they die?
Oh man, he can't. Are you gonna tell him the lore of the Power Rangers? So
hey, man, I asked a question. You have questions. Ask them away.
They can die in this scenario. Yes, they can die. They can be killed.
So let me ask.
Can the Avengers die then?
Yes.
Some of them or all of them?
All of them can die.
So the Avengers.
Well, they have to. They can die.
So which Avengers?
Great.
There's a lot of Avengers.
I'm glad you asked. Buddy, please Google search the Avengers and read off the first 5 names.
Oh, yeah. Thank God. Please let that be good.
I feel like it'll be good.
A Google search.
What? Like
just Google. Just go to Google. It should just
All right,
Avengers
here we go.
list.
First 5.
The Avengers originally consisted of Hank Pym, the Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, and the Wasp.
Oh boy!
Oh, the what? Oh,
Those
You
are
got
the
two
fir-
Ant-Man characters in there.
those
Wait,
are the
who's
first
Hank
5
Pym?
mentioned in the
Hank
Wiki.
Pym is
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
You have Ant-Man,
So-
the Wasp. Who else?
What are the wasps?
Thor?
I don't know. I don't.
Ant-Man, Hulk, Iron
At least
Man,
you got the
Thor,
Hulk.
and the Wasp.
At least you got the Hulk.
I have
You
Thor too.
and the Hulk
Yeah.
and Ant-Man.
Ant-Man
and the
would
I feel
Wasp.
like
tough.
I feel
Say
like I have
Captain
the
America?
W.
He'd be the 6th one mentioned if you want to throw him in.
Wait, if I get the
Wikipedia
Green
page.
Ranger, you have to give him a 6-1.
Deal. Oh, we bring in Captain America and the Green Ranger.
Oh shit!
So wait,
So
let
what
me
are the
ask you this.
superpowers of the Power Rangers then?
Man, what do you know about... Are you on this show? You don't know anything about the Power Rangers, man?
I just know they have
school
super.
them.
I just know they have super strength, probably super speed, and they have like their beast things they call.
Think about as they are normal teenagers. They have a
Attitude.
with attitude, and then they have a power point, and then they become 6 Captain Americas.
I don't know if there's 6 Captain Americas though. What's the scale?
No,
How do you know that for
like,
sure?
Like, think about Captain America from the movie, the first Avenger. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
he
or
was
the
very
Avengers
strong.
movies.
He's very fast. Is he like Flash fast?
Are you saying
no.
all of-
Is
I
he
thought you meant, like-
Superman strong? No, but he is very strong. He's very fast.
I thought you meant that like one person was 6 Captain Americas.
No. Just think of them. They turn into like
Okay,
6
there's 6
Captain
individuals.
Americas
Okay.
that also have the Zords on their back. Let me another question. Am I doing the original 6?
You're doing the original 6.
Okay.
So that is Jason, Billy, Trini, Zach, Kimberly, and Tommy.
No squonky needed.
Did I nail that?
You did.
I'm guessing you did.
Thank you.
Squonky.
Just keep your squonky to yourself.
I'm guessing you did.
Oh man, this is a tough. So, can I ask you how the debate structure is?
Yes, I will open the debate round, and Blev will go first and tell me why he believes the Avengers will beat the Power Rangers. Why you will have a chance to rebuttal. Then there will be an open discussion between the two of you, and then I will decide the winner.
Open discussion between me and Wyatt. When is it ever a discussion?
Any other questions about the fight, where it's taking
Okay,
place, those
okay.
kinds of things?
Where's the fight taking place?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what are the conditions of the fight?
Okay. The fight is going to be taking place in Angel Grove. The Avengers have
home field security.
the Avengers have walked through a time warp that sends them to 1996.
Any loss of abilities?
There are no loss of abilities. They are fully powered. The Power Rangers do perceive them as Rita's monsters, however,
Okay.
and so they will try to defeat them to protect Angel Grove. Because if you see the Hulk come through, you're going to think it's Rita's
Oh,
monster.
you're gonna think
yeah.
that dude's a
made
monster.
out of clay and everything.
And
This is
Ant-Man can
green
get
clay.
super huge.
They're
Just
super
keep that in
small.
mind, and super small.
Super
Give
strength,
him
super
tips.
speed.
It's argument tips.
getting
You're helping
tips.
him.
What about the Wasp? Okay, can I like know what the Wasp
Pretty
does?
sure it's the same as Ant-Man.
But I thought she has like little shooters.
Buddy, get us a little list of the Wasp's powers. She's actually going to be in Ant-Man 2.
I saw that, yeah.
Evangeline Lilly, in fact, from Lost. Who is
So
beautiful.
the abilities
Who is
listed
beautiful.
on the Wasp page are size manipulation, flight, bioelectric energy blasts, and telepathic insect control.
Whoa!
this is
Whoa!
getting good.
Shoot!
This is getting good.
All right, I'm ready to
Any
go.
more questions?
This is gonna be a tough fight. I would like to see it. Can they get?
Can we
we
get this
a
going?
movie?
Yeah, Disney
this
Lionsgate
rolling?
Disney?
going? Probably true.
Disney, get this going.
All right, so the question round is now closed. Buddy will help me judge this. Blev, you will kick this off,
Woo.
and you will give us why the Avengers, who have stumbled into Angel Grove and are now being confronted by the Power Rangers, who believe they are Rita's creations,
Okay.
you tell me why they will
we would
be victorious.
We will defeat the Power Rangers, and I'll tell you why. So basically, we have the Hulk. He's like basically indestructible. You know, he can rip things apart easily. So I'm saying he's probably gonna rip like 1 or 2 Power Rangers apart. Just like
Okay.
decimate them by ripping them in half. And then you have Ant-Man and the Wasp, who can control insects and obviously get small and get really large as size manipulation. So they would call in the insects to corral the Power Rangers in a corner. And then you would have Hulk smash them into the ground. And then you'd have Thor rain down upon with his lightning bolts of no mercy. And
Solid terminology. It all checks out.
it all checks out. No fact checks needed on this one. Who are the other ones? Captain America. So yeah, Captain America would just use his shield to defend anyone that tries to run away, and then the ants and insects would corral them as not him, but like the Ant-Man and Wasp.
So Captain America's really just playing like perimeter D?
Yeah, perimeter D, because he has the shield and he can launch it everywhere. But then the Wasp can fly, so she can control from a far distance and also shoot plasma at some Power Rangers. So I don't know how they're really going to get out of this by Thor's ability to fly everywhere and his strength and just Hulk's aggression. If they're going to call out their little beasts or whatever they're called out, Hulk's just going to rip those guys apart. No problem. No problemo. I don't know how they're going to control him. They're going to make him mad. Any tickles, he's just going to get even more mad.
Wyatt, your rebuttal.
All right, so I would say, I'm not going to lie, we're doing Green Ranger, not White Ranger, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, I'm not going to lie, I think the Power Rangers as 6 basically strong Captain Americas really would be smart enough.
Iron Man, fuck.
Did he say Iron Man as
Yeah,
well?
he did.
Iron Man was one of the original 5.
He's flying around too.
You're done.
I'm interjecting though. He's flying around too.
So I think the 6 of them would be smart enough to go, hey, this is a very strong, formidable force. Standing toe to toe with with the Avengers wouldn't be upright in a hand-to-hand combat. So immediately the Zords would come out. That is 6 Zords, the Dragon Zord, along with the 6
basically machines.
Dinosaurs. Yes, basically machines.
Also, basically Voltron.
Yeah,
really.
So they could handle the Avengers from a separate of 6 giant machines. Ant-Man, while can get very big, is still a very big human. He is not very, it's not like he becomes invincible as a big man. He's going to go up against a giant Dragon Zord or a giant Dinozord. So I think a quick punch or sword slice to him would be the end of him. Same goes for the Wasp. Not much that she can do against a Godzilla-style large robot with armor. I think the Hulk, the way to handle him, the would be, yes, he is very strong and invulnerable, but he's also very small. Grabbing him and throwing him into outer space like they did in Ivan Ooze would be the way to go with him.
What a reference.
Yeah. So Ivan Ooze was thrown. Now, granted, Ivan Ooze could live in space, but and he could fly. The Hulk cannot. So throwing him to space, you could say bye-bye to him. Now, I think the bug running around such as Iron Man, that would be a little difficult, but it would just be a matter of time before one of the 6, or if not, they become the dinosaur, one of the 2 were to grab and stop him. So it's one machine versus one giant machine. I think we can know who would win that fight. And we have Thor. Is that who's left? Now his hammer would be formidable.
Yeah.
I would say his hammer would be formidable. But getting at him, of him flying around, as soon as he lands and stops, I think one of the 6 or one of the 2, depending on if they were in the Dinozord form, would be able to.
So you'd have no casualties?
I believe there could be some damage done to the dinosaurs, but I think if they became, I think we underestimate the ability of throwing those suckers into space, which is something that they did to they did to Ivan Ooze. And I think we underestimate that ability since most of your heroes can't fly or survive in space.
Well, 3 of them can. But didn't they already defeat like a whole bunch of robots before? In one of the Avengers?
A bunch of tiny robots, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But they were super strong.
They also took down a giant space slug thing that was flying around, if I remember, in the first Avengers movie. Okay, now let's get to the first round of fighting here. The first round of fighting, you both have to pick someone that you think would die off of your team first. Who would die off first?
I would say
sad to say Trini.
Trini's dead.
Is that the Yellow Ranger? I would say Ant-Man.
Ant-Man and Trini battle to the death and are defeated. Now, second round, who dies next on each of your team?
I would say
Let's say the Wasp.
The Wasp is out.
I would say probably would be one of the arms of the dinosaur. So I believe the yellow and the blue ranger were the feet. So that leaves the Black Ranger as the arm. So I would say the Black Ranger.
So no arms.
Zach is dead. Zach is
One of
dead.
the
The
arms,
Wasp
yeah.
is
Zach is dead.
dead.
No pun intended.
All right, next. Third round. Who dies next?
Dang, this is a tough one. Now it's Thor, and now it's Iron Man.